Friends, in today's video lecture we are going to discuss about another important equation used in chemical thermodynamics, that is Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. So far we discussed in last two video lectures, that is one is Helmholtz free energy equation and other is Gibbs free energy equation. Both Helmholtz free energy equation and Gibbs free energy equations are important to understand about the free energy change. Now, in Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, Gibbs, J. Willard Gibbs and H. Owen Helmholtz derive a relation between free energy change delta G, enthalpy change delta H, and the rate of change of free energy with temperature at constant pressure. So in a last two video lectures about Helmholtz free energy equation and Gibbs free energy equations, we saw first important thing, that is we saw first that Gibbs free energy is related to change in enthalpy as well as, just wait, Gibbs free energy is used to understand the change in enthalpy delta H, how it is related to delta G. So we saw the equation of Gibbs free energy is delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. We also saw Helmholtz free energy equation, that is related to change in internal energy delta E, and how that delta E is changes. So here in Gibbs free energy equation, if you want to understand the rate of change of free energy with temperature at constant pressure, then we can simplify that term in the form of equation, that is delta by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure P. So this is the simple meaning of Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. So the relation between delta G and delta H with the rate of change of free energy is called as Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. So this relation you have to remember. Here we want to evaluate important thermodynamic parameters, that is delta H, delta E, delta S. These three terms are we want to evaluate together. This change in enthalpy, change in internal energy and change in entropy widely used to study the physical and chemical changes. To understand how they are related to one another, this can be given by following equation. Gibbs free energy G of a system is given by, in last video lecture we saw the Gibbs free energy, that is G is equal to H minus Ts. Okay, so G is what? Gibbs free energy, H is Helmholtz free energy, H is enthalpy, T is at temperature and S is the entropy. But we know that enthalpy is what? It is the product of internal energy and work done, PV type of work done. So H is equal to E plus PV. So you just substitute this value in above equation. So G becomes equal to E plus PV minus TS. Okay. So we got equation number 40. Now here, if you differentiate equation number 40 by simple complete differentiation, we will get what? dG is equal to dE plus PdV plus VdP minus TdS minus SdT. So this is the simple complete differentiation of equation number 40. Everybody understand? According to first law of thermodynamics, dQ is equal to dE plus PdV. This is the simple equation of first law of thermodynamics. So if you rearrange the equation of change in entropy, ds is equal to dq reversible upon t, that is nothing but second law of thermodynamics. And if you rearrange that, then you will get what? TdS is equal to dE plus PdV. All these equations we saw in a last equation, that is Gibbs free energy equation. Or D is equal to TdS minus P del PdV. This is equation number 42. Substituting this in equation number 41, that means if you substitute the value of D in equation number 41, then you will get what? You will get equation number 41 can be written as TdS minus PdV plus PdV plus VdP minus TdS minus SdT. So whatever the common terms are given there, that will be get cancelled. So what is remaining then? dG is equal to VdP minus SdT. So at constant pressure, dP becomes 0. So if dP becomes 0, that means VdP also becomes 0. So then what is remaining? dG is equal to minus SdT. Okay. So here, if dG and G1 and G2s are the free energies in initial and final state of the system, then dG1 and dG2 be the change in free energies of the system when the temperature is changes by very small amount, dt. Actually in differentiations, the change of that particular term will be very small, that's why it is denoted as dt. Okay. Then equation 44 can be written as dG1 is equal to minus S1 dt, dG2 is equal to minus S2 dt. Okay. So here, when S1 and S2s are the entropies of the system in initial and final state respectively, that means if entropies are the state functions, and obviously free energy is also state function, we already saw in a last video lectures. So if you subtract equation 45 from 46, which gives dG2 minus dG1, which is equal to minus S2 dt plus S1 dt. Now here dG2 minus dG1 is equal to minus, if you take S, and in both cases dt is common, that's why if you take common dt, so what is then? Minus S2 minus S1, minus in bracket S2 minus S1 bracket complete dt. So if dG2 and dG1, these are the small change in free energies, the difference is if it is small, then it is also denoted in the form of d delta G, which is equal to minus delta S dt. Okay. Up to this point everyone understand? Now at constant pressure, d by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure is equal to what? Minus delta S. That means if you rearrange above equation in the form of rate of change of free energy with change in temperature at constant pressure, then you will get what? Minus delta S. That means minus sign of entropy change. Okay, you just rearrange that. Now in a free energy equation, Gibbs free energy equation, delta G is equal to delta H minus Ts. So here minus delta Ts is equal to what? Delta G minus delta H upon T. Okay. So if you just compared 47 and 48, then you will get what? If you just put the value of 48 into 47, d by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure P is equal to what? Actually delta G minus delta H upon T, or vice versa. Delta G minus delta H upon T is equal to d by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure. Everybody understood? Now we want to calculate here, let's say delta G. Delta G is equal to what then? Just rearrange the equation 49. So delta G is equal to delta H plus T in bracket d by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure P. This is the final equation called as Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. The term del by delta G upon d by T at constant pressure is called as temperature coefficient for free energy change. Remember student, how free energy gives free energy change, that is delta G, enthalpy change delta H, and how that are related to the rate of change of free energy with temperature at constant pressure. That equation number 450 is called as Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. It is very important for examination point of view. So I appeal all the students of SYBSC to write all these three equations in a notebook. One is Helmholtz free energy equation, second one is Gibbs free energy equation, and third one is a Helmholtz Gibbs free energy equation or Gibbs Helmholtz equation. Or out of three equations, one equation will be asked in examination for 5 marks. So it is very important to remember. Okay. So on the basis of that equations, we will solve some important problems in next video lectures, that is next time. Okay.